Welcome to episode 44 of the Fitasylum podcast. You may notice we are not in the restaurant, otherwise known as the Resi. We are down here in Hull, at Hull's Strongest Gym. Amazing gym, guys. If you haven't checked it out, go and check it out, especially if you're in and around Hull area. Jay has joined us today. Jay, welcome to episode 44. Thank you very much for the workout, the warm welcome, and joining us on the podcast. Just for a bit of context, we have just completed the workout with Jay, so if we look a bit tired or a bit rough, that's why. How did you find the workout, Pat?
I'm still recovering from it. I've never done that much cardio in a long time.
Was it fun though?
Fun, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, good.
Definitely.
It's like you got to like 180 on the farmer carries,
Yeah.
We got to 160 on the yoke, we did the car deadlifts, we did some rope pulls.
The yoke overhead as well.
Oh, yoke overhead, which was pretty fun. We warmed up with some rowing and sandbag runs.
The workout, the warm-up was the hardest part for me.
Really? You didn't even hold the sandbag properly, you started putting it on your shoulder.
Whatever gets the job done.
That's basic. But no, welcome to the podcast. You was a little bit nervous about jumping on the podcast, doing the workout with. Now we've done the workout with, does it make you feel a bit better? A bit easier?
Bit more confident in himself, yeah.
Yeah, good lad. It's always hard when a camera's there. That's why like all these people who do YouTube, I have mad respect for them, because it's hard to be creative and think of all the ideas. It's hard to get in front of the camera and put yourself out there.
Yeah.
And that's what being a personal trainer is like, would you agree?
To a point, yeah.
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there.
Yeah. Well, once you've been training long enough on your own,
Second nature.
Yeah, definitely.
And just for the people listening and watching, how much of a child was I like when I came in this gym today?
It's like a kid in a toy shop. We've got a bit of everything, and he wanted all of it.
I really did. When Ben, the owner, very kindly showed us around, showed us all the cool kit he's got, all the cool kit that's coming at Christmas. So if you're a Hull Strongest member, you've got a good Christmas coming, guys.
I can imagine you interviewing and you'd be talking for hours.
Oh, we're done. I am.
He's the same though. He loves it like it's his passion.
Yeah, it is. So that's good. I mean, I'll be honest. On the way up here, I was like, "Oh God, this is a long drive." And then as soon as I got here, boom, I was bouncing around. But no, we had a great workout. Really fun. Jay is pretty strong, aren't you, Jay?
Yeah, well, getting there.
We're going to come back in a year's time just to see how strong he is. And so I can play with some more of the toys.
A few titles by then, we'll see.
Yeah. So in Feb, you're doing which strongman?
I forgot the name of the actual competition, but it is here. So it's on the 3rd of February.
I thought it was Manchester Strongest Man.
No, that's in July.
Oh, July.
I'm hoping to do the circuit next year. I want to get 4 competitions in next year. If
Nice.
5.
So go on, what are the 4? Hull in Feb.
Then there's Manchester's, but then roughly York and Leeds are around the same time as well. So
Nice.
I'm just
York's a lovely place.
Yeah, it's not bad.
It is. I like York. We were saying that on the way up here. What attracted you to this gym?
I seen a competition on Facebook and just signed up because I couldn't hit them numbers, and I thought that was a really good way to give myself a better goal than just keeping fit. As a PT, you need to keep fit, but your goal sort of becomes your client's goals, doesn't it? You focus more on clients.
So that's a touchy subject you touched on. Do PTs need to stay fit?
Yeah.
I think they need some sort of level of fitness. You just live a healthy lifestyle, I would say. I don't think they need to be mega fit, don't think they need to be in competitions, but I think they have to have been through some really, not strict phases, but maybe like they've had to do some challenging aspects to their fitness career, or had some challenges in their fitness career, and that will really help people help the PT be empathetic towards what the client is going through, which I think is really important.
Also, not to be a hypocrite as well.
Yeah.
If I'm teaching people a certain way, I expect to follow the same rules and principles, really.
100%, yeah. So you're kind of like leading by example, would you say?
Yeah.
100%. And how did you get into fitness? Where did your fitness journey first start?
Originally boxing. So I started boxing when I was like 15-ish in school. And that sort of just carried on. And then I stopped for a while. And then I think I got back to it when I was like 24, maybe. I'd done a PT course before your PT course.
Oh, right, go on. When did you do that?
When I was 24, so it would have been like 6-7 years ago now.
Why did you redo it?
Because when I went homeless, they wouldn't carry it over. So I ended up in Hull. I was on the final exam, they wouldn't let me do it in Hull.
Oh, wow.
So I had to go back towards Liverpool. And I've literally just got almost, I can't afford to do that. Can you not postpone it or anything like that? And I said, no, we'll just cancel it there.
And that was the last exam?
Yeah, literally was the last exam. And I found Fitasylum that said online only, which is the only course I know of that lets you do it wherever you want to do it, in your own terms.
Yeah.
And I was a bit dubious, like, do I want to waste 2 years doing that or not? And I just flew through it, and they said, they made it cater on me.
Yeah.
And that was the best part about it. Because I said, was no way I'm going all the way over there for an exam, so you can do it in your gym.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
just video it.
Yeah.
So how did you find the course? Scale of 1 to 10, what would you rate it?
8.
Ooh, 8. What could we do to do better? You could have had more of me.
So, well, no. I think you changed the course layout towards the end of it. So when I first come into it, nothing was in order.
Yeah.
So I didn't know which module I was starting at and that kind of thing. It was just a mess.
Do you mean on the workshop?
On the Teams thing.
Videos? Or on the assignments?
The assignments. So,
yeah.
So when I first come on to
Teams have changed it now.
Yeah,
we can put them in order, which is great, and it helps.
So towards the end of the course, it was all in order, and I was like, Jesus Christ. So I had to have a one-to-one with Nathan, and it's like, none of it's in order, it don't make sense, and then he just taught me through it all, we put it all in order, and then it was fine after that.
How did you find Nate?
Class.
Yeah, he's unbelievable. He's such a good teacher, lovely human, just very empathetic, and how patient is he?
Yeah, so once a week, or even more sometimes, I was booking one-to-ones, and he said I was the only student that was doing it, but we was never talking about the course.
Just chilling about
Just about business side of it, so he helped me on the website, he helped me put a business plan together, which got me the job for Everlast in the first place.
Nice.
So he sort of went above and beyond, like he went outside the course to help me get where I am now.
I would say that's the most important thing about Fitasylum is we always go above and beyond for our students. Every single student will say that. And we can say that confidently because we know and believe in our product.
You've got proof.
Yeah, we've got a lot of proof. We do have an amazing course, and as you said, as you went through the course, we were making it better. We're always looking to make it better. Like we've got a meeting in a couple of weeks, and we literally just sit there for a week making the course better. PowerPoints, videos, anything we do. How do we teach? Like I'm on a teaching qualification at the moment, which is a high level, so I'm trying to get better all the time. It's a great thing. I absolutely love working for them, and we get to do things like this where we come out with the students, see how they're getting on. How do you find the mentorship group? Because you're in the mentorship group as well.
Yeah, so you get millions of ideas, and then you've got other PTs on your level or even a bit more experience to bounce off. Like, oh, they've tried this, did they try that?
Yeah.
It's really helpful.
That for me is so important that you have other PTs that you can kind of ask for their experiences. As some of them might have been in the industry for 10 years, some might have been in for 5 years, and some have been in for 1 year, so they can relate more to you.
Yeah, so I'm almost in the 1 year marker now. So when I can ask questions to someone that's been doing it for like 5-10 years, it helps a lot.
Yeah, 100%. And it's invaluable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like for me, I remember having mentors when I was growing up. And I had to pay a fortune for them. So when we decided to do a mentorship at Fitasylum, we were like, we need to make it affordable. That was our most important aspect. We want to make it affordable because ultimately we were getting students coming to us going, I've paid 4, 5, 6, 7, up to 12 grand for mentorship. I was like, no way. And like the stuff they were getting, I was really upset with. So we've done ours, and it's very, very affordable. It's £30 a month. You get the first month for free, really relaxed, and kind of like you can get as much or as little support as you want.
I still need to finish them.
Videos. Yeah, it's quite a lot, isn't there? Are you not sick of my voice by now?
No. Do you know what? You learn something new every time, and that's why I didn't want to just rush through it and be like, that didn't help. I want to do a video, preach and practice, like that kind of thing.
I recommend doing that anyway. I know a lot of students, they'll watch the video, write some stuff down, implement it, and then might watch it again and retake something out of that video. So I do this. I might read a book, and I put a book in the mentorship group recently, the Squat Bible, and I read it again, and you might interpret different things out of it or take different takeaways, which I think is really interesting.
Yeah, I follow him on Instagram, Squat University.
He is. I don't like some of his stuff that he does now, his newer stuff, but his old stuff was really good. And like he's building Milo books pretty good as well. But his Squat Bible is top quality book for any kind of like coach looking to start out. And some of the stuff he teaches on his Instagram is excellent. Like some really easy takeaway tips that you can kind of take in with your clients, which are really good. But you find out with a lot of people that you'll agree with a lot of stuff they do, but not some stuff, which is fine, isn't it? That's you just take the bits that you like. My mentor taught me when I was younger, he said the best coach is the best thief. He said no one invented the squat or the deadlift in the last however many years. You're not, because I remember doing like an exercise and thinking, oh no, I've stolen this off another PT, and he was like, don't be ridiculous. Like, someone's made that exercise up somewhere else, it doesn't matter. That PT hasn't invented it. He guaranteed me. But no, it's really interesting. And how you found being a PT then? You mentioned earlier that you've nearly been qualified a year. It's so challenging. The first year is the hardest year.
I reckon it's stressful once you get your first job in a gym.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that first initial when you're starting a new gym, around new people, and then when you've got a rent as well, you start getting a bit stressed with it.
Yeah.
It becomes a bit overwhelming because you stop thinking about the client, you start thinking about the rent.
Yeah.
You just need to take away from that.
Yeah, 100%. And you decided to take yourself away from a commercial gym with a high rent and find an independent gym.
Yeah. So most family-run gyms are little backstreet gyms. They don't charge a set price for rent.
Yeah.
So you've got more freedom to actually grow as a business.
You might pay per hour, and I always recommend if that's something you are worried about. For instance, you might have a mortgage, family to pay for, stuff like that, then maybe seek out like a small independent gym and agree something with them where if they go, if you support me, I'll support you in the long run.
Yeah.
So you might say I might charge £5-10 a session for my per client I take per hour. Or you might even go, I'll open and close the gym a couple of days a week, or I'll clean the gym once a week, something like that. You might be able to make an agreement with them.
Yeah, because you could even like gyms like this where they didn't really have classes or anything like that. Like I started the boxing class here.
Oh really?
Yeah, so that could be a way of people growing as well. Like maybe your rent's too high or whatever. What if I do a class twice a week and then that
cover your rent?
Yeah.
And that's a good way of you getting clients, growing your name, growing your brand and reputation. So how successful has the boxing class been here?
It's up to 11 people now.
Oh wow!
So
Twice a week?
2 days a week.
2 days a week.
So
Wow.
11 over 2 classes.
That's pretty good, mate. And do you enjoy it?
Yeah, definitely. It's something I created myself and it's growing. It's calmed down for Christmas, but I'm hoping in January when the new start of school then.
Yeah, I mean, PT generally quietens down over the festive period. And that's when I usually advise PTs to get their marketing in order, review their onboarding processes, their programming.
So you posted that in the group today, and that's when, like you said, if you're going to swap your business up to something else, do it now while it's time before January. I've already started looking into that, so I'm playing around with Everfit or whatever it's called.
It's good.
From True Coach to that because they offer more for less.
They do.
So
we're looking at Kahunas at the moment.
I was looking at that because there's loads of adverts and it's everywhere. And
it is. But we're looking at it anyway. We're going to do some videos in the mentorship group anyway where we put them in and show some of the highlights of it.
Yeah.
So I think that'd be useful. But no, that's great. And you're taking the advice for the mentorship. So just for a bit of context, what I said to the students is it's quiet in December. So why don't you spend this time going through the technology use, such as programming apps, and really try and make sure everything's set for 2024 in this case. But speaking of 2024, what does 2024 look like for your business? And we'll give a shout out to your business and your Instagram.
So my business on Instagram is at Coach Sheldon. But Sheldon Coaching and Nutrition is the actual name of it. 2024, I've got planned on diving into group PT. We spoke about that in the membership day as well. It's just a smarter way to drop your prices like a lot. So it's more affordable for people, but then you're training several people at the same time.
Yeah. So one of the things I suggested in the mentorship group was once you've got a solid offering of your one-to-one, have a couple of other offerings potentially, or build a different offering over time. So you might have your one-to-one, you might do 20 to 25 hours a week your one-to-one, and then once you get full, you might want to say, right, 3 nights a week and we'll do group sessions. Then once that gets full, you might add to your group sessions, and you've got a different offering there. So if a client says, I can't afford my one-to-one anymore, you've got the online there.
So I worked it out price-wise. For the amount of training in my group PT course, it would probably cost you about £700.
Yeah.
They get it for £160.
Wow, so it's a
massive difference. Yeah. Especially that's a 6-week course.
And you'll probably end up making more money because you'll have more people in 1 hour, so you'll be making around 40 hours.
4 hours a week for the sessions, but then the one-to-ones and the backstage stuff as well. But,
sounds good though, mate. I like that you try a lot of different things. Like you've done your own ebooks and stuff like that. And you really try to help your clients, and that's what I really love about you. You're not afraid to kind of try
new things. Like when we spoke about, I used to do construction. I didn't just learn a trading concept and build up. I learned every trade and everything.
Really?
I just went.
So you can do anything like plastering. You mentioned roofing.
I started from groundworking, so deep drain stuff like that. Went up to bricklaying, just basically built a full house.
What, really?
Yeah, ended up with roofing. So that's
wow. Are you very handy at home?
Yeah. when I'm home.
Yeah.
So this job you've got to put the hours in. That's just it.
100%. Yeah, you got to graft hard in the first year. Are you excited for next year?
Definitely, yeah. So we've got competitions coming up. Then hopefully my group PT, boxing, adding another class maybe.
Nice.
Get some more people in that. Hopefully a bit of growth.
Mate, it sounds like an exciting year for you.
Should
is there anything that you think, if you look back now, a year ago, what would be the one piece of advice you would give younger Jay?
Younger. stay away from the bad things in life and try and find out what you want to do early.
I meant specifically for PT.
Oh, for PT.
A year ago. So a year
ago.
Yeah, when you qualified.
I would have done more research into gyms and how it works with PT in a gym, like rent and stuff like that. I would have proper got a better business plan together. Worked a lot more on research into PTs around me, what it takes to be a PT in commercial gyms and stuff like that, and then I would have branched out more and seen what was more on offer.
Yeah, and this suits you much better, doesn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
Like this, like the owner there was lovely before. This suits your style of training. And
this is more of a community gym rather than.
Like you said, you bring your daughter as well.
Yeah, it's a family-run gym.
She's been coming for 2 years and she's only 2.
Yeah, spends a lot of time in the gym.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd find somewhere like this, somewhere you could be comfortable.
Yeah.
Because that's the best place for growth in it, really.
Awesome. No, I think that's a really good piece of advice. And for anyone that's a professional, so any profession,
yeah,
what would you give one piece of advice? Any profession. Could be any professional. Just literally just a random professional listening. Could be an accountant, financial advisor, could be a restaurant manager.
Don't forget to take time for yourself, because that's the one thing I neglected at the start of becoming a PT, and it just burned me out.
Yeah, you do, don't you? Yeah. So you're like a grafter,
Yeah.
and you burn yourself out. I mean, everyone's been there, or a lot of people have been there, I've definitely been there.
How many times have you finished a shift and then gone home and like, I'm just going to finish this one piece of work, and it's 4 o'clock in the morning,
Yeah.
like bags under your eyes and that, like, oh.
And then you realise you got to go to work.
Yeah. It's non-stop, so I'd take more time for myself. Even just dedicate like one evening a week where you do nothing.
What do you do then? What does taking time for yourself mean to Jay?
Training freedom.
What is it?
Yeah, that's my therapy, it's my mental escape. It's just what
You love it.
clears my mind.
And if you were at home, what would you do? Is it a video game, movie, listen to some music, go for a walk? What would it?
If I'm with my daughter, we just play silly games.
Oh man, I love
Tea
that.
pies, anything like that.
Tea pie.
Guaranteed, like in a few years you'll see me on Instagram like Princess.
Is that why you've got a plot? Yeah.
But she does brush my hair, so she's headed in their rooms.
Guys, let us know what you do in your spare time, downtime. I obviously play golf. Or watch sport. Pretty much watch golf or watch some sort of sport.
I try and stay away from TV.
Really?
It's addicting.
Is it?
I've got like a history of addiction and just little things.
That's your personality?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Addictive personality.
Interesting. But you channeled it now into working and training for strongman.
Training for strongman, that's my addiction. Yeah.
So give me some predictions. Next year, where are you going to finish in this first comp?
I'll be happy with top 3.
Top 3.
Yeah.
Is that it for all 4 comps?
No, for the first comp.
First
top
comp.
3 places, and then we'll see how that goes.
Right, and go from there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Have you got any targets in terms of your lifts? In terms of like a specific lift? Well, I used to go into a year going, I'm going to deadlift X.
I don't know, because a year's to put 100 kilo on less than a year is a bit ridiculous, isn't it?
Is that what your goal is?
My goal is to get up to 300 kilo deadlifts.
Wow.
I want.
Just whenever, just as soon as possible.
Yeah, well, my squat was at 190. I'd like that to 250 as well, but again, in a year, depends how training
You
goes.
squats at 190?
It was before I had a knee issue.
Oh yeah, jeez. Guys, let us know what are your goals for 2024, and I hope you've enjoyed episode 44. Jay, have you enjoyed the episode?
Yeah, it's been a laugh today.
Mate, thank you very much. Is it as nervous as you thought?
No, it's not as bad as, but like I said, you've got someone to bounce off, it's easier.
Good. I like to think I'm a good host. But guys, go check out the Workout Waves. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you would love a guest to come on to our either podcast or Workout With, drop the name below or maybe tag them on Instagram.